Sactown Sports app.
You can also watch the show on YouTube at Sactown Sports 1140. Here are the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Draper.
We take you up to the 49ers and Rams tonight, and, it'd be tough from here to get down to SoFi in time for the game, but if you're interested in getting there somehow, some way for, I don't know, second half or something, according to Vic Tafer here and Rams Bros, cheapest ticket to get into SoFi tonight. What do you think, Jay? $180 for standing room.
Yeah, I was going to say 200.
200 plus if you want an actual seat.
Yeah, I believe it. The one thing about the faithful, you know how we do it. We travel well.
That's right.
And that's an easy game to get to. Little $59 joint down to, and you can even slide into Burbank, Bob Hope.
Right.
You don't even have to go to LAX. You might even come to Long Beach if
go
you
to
want.
Ontario?
Small airport.
Maybe, or is that a little bit of a hike? Get to Ontario and slide in from there?
Yeah, Ontario's out the way a little bit. Yeah, that's a nice little hike.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I mean, even if you got to slide to Orange County, that's a hike, but I get you. I get what you're saying. Or you can just, jump on JSX or something and hit Van Nuys.
Sure.
The expo, airport and do your thing.
Right. So you still have
It's
options.
Whitey Gleason style.
A lot of 49er fans in the building tonight. Remember a couple years ago when they played in the, I think it was, the unfortunately Jaquoski Tart drop game. When they played in that game. But I bring that up because that week, the Rams, Sean McVay and Rams, they went on local TV down there.
Right.
They were on the local news the Monday of that week telling Rams fans,
don't
please don't
sell your tickets. I remember that.
We also have this from Matt Barrows. No surprise, but it's interesting. Adrian Martinez promoted to the active roster. So he is
backup
now on the 53-man roster to make room. They waived Jordan Jefferson and let's see, Travis Gibson and Malik Turner temporarily elevated. But yeah, you got your backup quarterback tonight, Jay. Your starter's a guy that has been out with some knee issues, and your backup's a guy who's never played. So it could be a fun ride tonight.
Well, I'm going into the game half glass full, Mr. Gleason.
Like it.
I'm not even bringing all that negative energy, and thankfully, Kyle Draper's not even in the building yet, coming from practice
He'll
over
be here,
there.
yeah.
So yeah, with the
He's on his way.
Kings from the G1C. So we got to get our act together right now.
Right now, Kyle Draper's in his car going, it's about time they mentioned me. It's 2 minutes after the show started. They didn't even say where I was. So,
right.
yeah.
So it's about right now. Let's get it together. Let's put our game face on. Don't let Draper come in there. Hopefully he's still in the building shaking hands and he hasn't hit the car yet, the Mercedes Benz.
Right.
So let's get it together. We're on point.
Mercedes man.
Here's where, Jay, to your point, here's where the 49ers can beat the Rams tonight. I know there's lots of things, and you've pointed this out. Anytime there's a football game, there's things you have to do. And obviously, if your quarterback is hot, McCaffrey goes off, blah, 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 yeah, they could win. But this is reasonable to think the 49ers could have an opportunity here, maybe even an advantage. The Rams' offensive line has struggled in protecting Matt Stafford. And the group could also be without their starting right tackle, Robert Havenstein. He's doubtful with an ankle injury. The Rams' offensive line against the Colts, and I know they won that game, but they allowed 25 pressures to the Colts. That was after giving up 35 pressures through the first 3 weeks.
Yes, sir.
And I know the 49ers did not. What are you talking about? They didn't even get to Trevor Lawrence. That's true, but I think if they're going to make a statement tonight, that's one of the things they're going to have to do is take advantage of an offensive Rams line that haven't been very good lately, Jay.
Yeah, according to Mark Long, who we had on last week, AP writer, covers the Florida Gators and, of course, the Jacksonville Jaguars. He talked about the Jags line not being the best, but it seemed like they were better than going into the game than I thought. This front is in shambles. As much as we're in shambles when it comes to injuries, we're missing 5 wide receivers, which is bananas. The Rams' front line is in shambles. If you're going to get to somebody, it's tonight.
Yeah.
Don't repeat the same mistake that you did last week, which is the first time they didn't have a QB hit since 2015.
Right.
49ers can't have that
hit
this
or a
week.
sack, yeah.
Absolutely.
Now I'm wondering, talking a little, football strategy here.
He's safe in there. He's safe. Tigers, Guardians, baby. It's playoff time now.
Yeah, he is
You
safe.
never know
He's
when you
right.
have an outburst in playoff baseball.
That's right. I know FP told me once in playoff baseball, a walk is a rally.
Yes, it
So
is.
you get a man on, you got something brewing.
Especially that's that NL mentality of FP Santangelo.
Mm-hmm.
That was the small ball. You get them on, you bunt them over, still fly ball, sacrifice, and we're on.
Yeah, and these have been low-scoring games.
They have.
Detroit leading Cleveland 2-1. They got a couple men on. But
Yes,
what I was going to say was, speaking of the strategy, I know the 49ers didn't get to Trevor Lawrence at all. They're just kind of waving to him from the distance, like 6 feet away. Hey, watch out, we're going to get you. They never got him. And I know Kyle Shanahan said, boy, I think this was kind of hinting at what he would have liked to seen from Robert Saleh. Boy, I would have liked to seen pressure there. So my question is, Jay, I'm wondering if the 49ers are going to blitz anymore tonight. Obviously very dangerous against Matt Stafford and those receivers, but it may be necessary if you want to try to get some pressure on Matt Stafford. Let's see if Robert Saleh dials up for some reason.
Yeah.
Dials up the blitzes.
We'll see how it goes, man. I'm not holding my breath. That's not normally his style of the way he calls games.
You don't want to. No one wants to. You love to be able to get to the quarterback with your four.
Well,
front.
They were unsuccessful last week.
Right.
So one thing you have to do in being a coach, when you're an advisor, when you're a manager, when you're an owner, when you're a front office person, sometimes you got to make adjustments and they have to be on the fly. Yeah. One of the things we talked about with the Sacramento Kings last year quite a bit, and Coach Christie talked about it, is fixing the airplane in the air. Mm-hmm. Well, it's on the ground, Robert Saleh, Kyle Shanahan. You have an opportunity to do something different. The one thing I will say is this, though, as Kyle Draper comes in with a coat. Man, this ain't Philadelphia. Dog, you got a coat on. It just barely, like 2 drops hit the concrete, fam.
He's saying he likes your coat.
Two raindrops hit the concrete, and you're coming in here in a parka?
He says it's a really nice coat you have.
Man.
I'm sure he didn't say that.
That's my guy. My guy.
No, he in all honesty, he questioned the need for a coat today when it didn't rain that much. That's what he was saying. Yeah.
Dude,
well, it didn't rain that much where you at, Jay. But out in Folsom,
it stormed?
It was coming down today.
Oh, okay.
Cats and dogs, Whitey. And I don't have my headphones on yet, Jay, so
I know, I got you.
Don't try and talk back. But it was coming down today, man.
Yeah, it was in our neck of the woods, too, in the morning. Yeah.
Really?
Real rain, yeah.
I mean, it was raining.
Not like you guys. Yeah. My workday starts way before 2 o'clock.
Oh, here he goes.
I was out at practice and meetings and
working?
stuff like that. That's working. Yeah. They pay me, big fella. That's what the checks say. Mm-hmm. So, when I left the house this morning, it was pouring down rain. Mm-hmm. Jay, probably slept until about 11 or so. That's not how I operate, big fella. All right, Jay, I got you now. Go ahead. What you got?
It's okay, man. I don't want to talk. I'm still waiting for your headphones to come in loud, clear. Then I'll say,
I got you.
All right, cool. Now we're there. Well, first of all, you live in the middle of nowhere. So that normally what happens is when you live in the country, like you do out in Folsom, it's going to be more water, more rain that hits the ground compared to the city.
To more extreme weather.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, we got skyscrapers, we have buildings, we have condos, we have arenas
live in
and stuff.
Concrete jungle.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I actually got green grass in my backyard.
Very true. On the golf course and trees.
Out there in the prairie.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got tornadoes.
Next to animals. Rattlesnakes is out there.
Man, I actually thought about taking off today, fellas.
Should have took off.
No. Is there ever a day when you don't think about taking off?
No, not really. No, you're 100% right. Every day I'm like,
why were you going to take off today, man? You got a lot going on?
Nah, my mental health is messed up.
Oh, okay. Well, then I won't play.
But this is, we're going to joke about this. Had a dentist appointment today.
Again?
I think we're finally turning the corner on you and your dentist, right?
Turning the corner meaning I'm done. I'm done with this dentist.
Put your foot down?
No.
So I'm feeling fine. I'm like, it's just a checkup. Like, hey, let's see how you're doing. So I go in, and I'm feeling fine. I'm like, this will be 5 minutes, and I'm out of there.
And he was really, really hurting as recently as last Friday.
Yeah, last Friday. Like over the weekend, I was, and then it got better. In the last 3 nights, able to sleep through the night without any pain meds or anything.
So what have you been eating?
Soft foods. Mashed potatoes. I haven't even been eating the regular diet yet.
Okay, I got you.
And I've been feeling fine. I go into the dentist today. He takes a look. all right, it's looking good. It's looking good.
Beautiful.
He said, but I want to make sure no food gets back there or anything like that. So I'm going to add a few more stitches in.
Because he's guarding against that recurrence of the dry socket, right?
Yeah.
We don't want that.
Jersey Mike's.
So he had to numb me up, put the needle in a few times to put the anesthesia in, and then with the stitches. And so I'm in more pain right now than I was 6 hours ago. And and I've made the decision. I'm done with that dentist.
Really?
Because I was sitting there thinking, like, you know how there's different levels of, play-by-play announcers. You got the top tier, you got middle tier, and you got some that just aren't that good, as good. Same thing with dentists.
What?
You got the best dentists, and then, like doctors, you got the best medical, and then some people you're like, how the hell did they get their license?
Dr. Kevorkian.
Right. Oh, shoot. Exactly. But you don't know your dentist is not good until after the fact. It's not like unless you read a Yelp review or something like that. People, you got to do your research on your medical professionals, if you will. Because, Whitey, the stuff that I'm having done, it is important stuff.
Yeah.
And if it goes wrong, I could be impacted, for life.
Yeah, your tooth could be impacted, and so could you.
Right. And I make my money with my beautiful smile and everything. And so I'm sitting there thinking, like, I don't think this is a good spot for me.
In Vallejo, and I think maybe they have these other places. Vallejo, they used to have this place. It was a hairstyling academy. And you could go there.
Oh, yeah,
and I didn't have that much money at the time. And it was like, okay, you're going to get your hair cut for less. But these people aren't really stylish yet. Yeah. They're learning.
Right.
Is it possible this guy's
he's still in school?
He's learning
to be a dentist.
An apprenticeship program or something? Right. And then they got the nerve.
Externship?
Fellas, then they got the nerve when I get there. Also, just so you know, we want to do a deep cleaning.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to schedule that?
Yeah.
I'm like, how much is that going to cost? Mind you, I've paid thousands of dollars. So much so, my benefit is out. My benefits are out, though.
All right. Oh, wow.
It's out of pocket.
All right.
Yeah.
Guess how much deep cleaning they said would cost?
About $500.
$850.
$1,700.
Well, that's
and I'm
deep.
starting to think, is this a money grab going? Like, I'm not feeling comfortable right now with my dentist situation. And so I'm on some pain meds right now. You see, I got the smoothie here. And, so I'm struggling right now, to be honest with you.
$1,000 for deep cleaning. That better clean your colon. I mean,
right.
Better be really deep.
And the thing about it, too, right, I need the whole system cleaned out, right?
Got to sit down for the weekend,
right? And the thing about it, fellas, they gave me the itemized, bill, what it was, explanation of everything. And I don't understand 90% of this stuff. I'm just looking at the numbers. And I'm like, I don't think I'm going to get that done right now.
Mm-hmm.
So your boy is a dental free agent, if you will.
No, are you being serious, man? Because I
have not told a single lie, Jay.
Okay. I was going to say, normally when I feel you're talking, you're playing around and you're being sarcastic, I truly feel like you're being dead serious right now.
I am, man. It's almost bringing me to tears. When he said, I'm going to numb you up, when I hear that, I think a needle. And I'm like, the last time you did it, it was the worst pain. He's like, well, it was inflamed last time. But to the touch, it's still painful. Like when you touched around there. Yeah, and it's still sensitive. Gums. Yeah, and so I was, and when I get angry, one of two things happen. Either I'm extremely quiet because I'm trying to control myself from not going off, or I'll just go off. Today, I was extremely quiet. I didn't say goodbye. I didn't say schedule me for the next appointment to follow up. I just walked right out of there.
How'd the deep cleaning go?
No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I
passed.
Yeah. Dude, I'm in the chair, and he's like, so do you want to do that today? I said, I'm like, hell no. I'm done. I'm tapped out. I don't want to see you guys anymore.
Well,
Dang.
Jay and I were talking. We knew that you had to go to the dentist today. We decided, look, if you could stick around to like 4:15, and then we'll let you go. We'll take it from there.
What about 3:15? How about that? Let's. I know it's an early show, Whitey. Don't even try that. You try to get me to work a full shift.
We don't even have a full shift.
Oh man, but seriously, man, it's.
Oh man, so he had to inject you a couple times again today.
I still feel it, man. It's painful. Yeah, it's. He's like, oh, you'll just be sore. No,
and this was precautionary. He wanted to make sure that he sutured you up
right
even tighter, just to make sure that nothing else got in there.
Exactly.
But nothing had gotten in there from the last time.
I was feeling fine.
Okay.
I wonder if there was some that he wasn't telling you.
That's my point, big fella.
Who
am I to say, no, you know what, dentist, you're wrong. I can't see in there. I didn't go to school. And so you don't know you have a bad dentist until after they mess you up. You know what I mean?
He might still be a really good dentist.
Well, how is it? Let me.
The he, right? Or is it a she?
It's a he. Yeah.
How have they messed you up?
Dude, this should not be as much pain. Several sutures. This is the third time the area has been sutured in 2 weeks, Jay.
I got you. Well, but we can't admit one of the times was your fault.
I don't know about that.
You're questioning that
no,
too.
because
then,
he said he said don't, for 24, 48. Like
don't
the
do
first day I was good.
Yeah.
I did not eat the Jimmy John's or the Jersey Mike's or whatever it was. And so
you followed the protocol the first 48.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
First couple of days, and then after you had a sandwich and a few other things.
Right.
And
Pretzels.
And then you go in.
Only one.
Yeah.
Only one. Like
pretzel.
Shoot on the other side.
Pretzel.
And
I
I
shoot
did
on the
other side.
So then you go in after, which was a week or so, a little longer than a little shorter than a week. And then he's like, "Oh no, I told you a week, Drapes, but you're saying no, you told me 48 hours."
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you're questioning some things.
Right. I'm questioning, and then that's when he said, "No only a soft diet for a week," which I adhered to.
They didn't give you a handout. Normally, you'll get a handout.
Right, dude. Some literature.
You know the literature got 8 billion words on it, bro.
So they did give you literature.
Yeah. But that's them covering their ass. You say one thing, but then you know how it is. You don't never read the fine print on things, Whitey.
When I have teeth pulled out, I typically read it.
Nah, you blaming me, big fella.
I'm not blaming you.
All right, you go to this dentist then. I'm gonna give you his card. You got it.
Well, if you ain't going, we all ain't going.
Man. I honestly, and when I first started at this dentist,
was this a recommendation?
Well, they took over the practice. So I had a dentist, and then
inherited.
He sold us.
Convenience.
And it's like, all right, I'll just stay with it.
Oh, you might be on to something, Drake.
But damn, dude.
Where'd the old guy go?
No, it was a woman.
Retired?
Yes, I think maybe it wasn't successful enough or something like that. And she wasn't from here. Maybe she moved back home. But here's the thing, fellas. I've been with this dentist since August. I've had a wisdom tooth taken out. I've had a root canal. I've had an extraction in the dental implant.
Oh, yeah, that's too
all
much.
in 3 months.
I'm with you.
So you're starting to think you're that dentist's personal ATM.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm just like, you know what? This is a little too much in this short period of time. Like something, and they do a good job. Here's what it'll cost. Here's everything. But I wonder how much of this, the issues I'm having, led to some other stuff, like from the root canal or the extraction.
Like a domino effect.
Like a domino. Like because it's all right there, lined up. 1, 2, 3. The teeth, 3 teeth, all right there. And so I wonder, would I have been A-okay if they didn't mess with? You know what it's like, Whitey?
That's like a mechanic.
Exactly. You pull something out, and then
Chain
something
reaction.
else, chain reaction. That's what I'm wondering.
When you go to the mechanic.
So I am done.
Auto shop.
Feeny.
So does that mean an endorsement is out of the question for you in this?
Nah, trust me on that. My boy Dr. Higgins in Folsom, I'm going to start going to.
There you go.
Family friend.
There it was.
That's my guy. I'm going to
Shouts
start
out
going
to D.
in.
Higgs.
Yep, Dr. Higgins in Folsom.
So
I wish you the best, man.
Yeah. These stitches are the dissolving kind, right? So they dissolve and then.
Yeah, supposedly.
Then you'll have to go to someone else to put the crown on the post.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like, I kind of want this dentist to finish what he started, but it's like
might be time to go get a second second and third opinion. I hear what you're saying, Drapes.
Yeah, see, it's not Drapes just whining here, big fella. I'm like,
I know.
Dental work is no joke.
It ain't.
I'll just tell people, we
too.
were at the card show Friday, and we were in commercial, and Drapes sitting next to me, and he's looking at his phone, and he goes, "Oh man," and he puts his hand on his head, and I thought he got really bad news on the phone because the way he went, "Oh no." And then I said, "Is everything okay?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm just kind of, it hurts." So that's what I realized.
In
wow.
pain.
Yeah.
So I'm struggling, fellas, just letting you know.
Yeah.
So any kind of 49er talk, I'm going to just sit out today. I'm going to just sit out all four. I don't know if we got that in the show or not.
We did have a little bit,
Really?
sure.
Okay, okay. I mean, ain't nothing to say about this JV team, this AAA. No, I'm joking.
You should be on the roster with your current,
I know, right?
You would fit right in.
Yeah. This might have been the old doctor dentist for the Niners, This guy. Oh, man. How you feeling about today?
I don't know. Jay's trying to, prop me up here, trying to be realistic, optimistic. There's also this from Vic Tafer yesterday on X. He said, Purdy isn't healthy enough to be the team's emergency backup in L.A., which underscores that his sprained big toe was worse than it seemed coming out of Sunday's loss, and that the 49ers are leery of it becoming a recurring issue this season. So remember?
This season?
Yes. This kind of reminds me of the situation last year with McCaffrey, right? It's like, oh, he should be okay. Oh, he's going to miss this week. Maybe back next week. Oh, no, he has both Achilles. And now, remember when Brock was first out? Oh, it's not that bad. He might miss a week.
Yeah.
And he missed 2 weeks, and he comes back too soon, and now they're talking about,
Now, remember at first they were saying it could be up to about 4 to 5 weeks.
True, but then remember they said, oh, it's not as bad.
Yeah, but they didn't put a time on that, backdoor on that. They said it might not be as bad, but he could still miss a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Well, he missed 2, right?
Who,
right.
Brock? He missed Arizona and he missed Jackson. Well, he played against Jacksonville.
Right.
Yeah. But probably shouldn't have.
Shouldn't have. Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing, too, fellas. According to Vic Tafer, this thing could be lingering.
Right. Exactly.
How much time do you give Brock off?
Yeah.
Obviously, he's off tonight. Is he in doubt next week? What if you lose tonight? Now you're 3-2. Like, when does you need him out there? But if he can't go, that's a huge blow for them.
And so tonight, the backup quarterback, Adrian Martinez.
Yeah, boy. Hey,
yes.
Adrian Martinez. I gotta look him up. I never heard of
Nebraska.
The guy. Is it
He went to
Nebraska kid?
Can you spin it, Jay?
He was more as a runner. He's more seen as a runner than a passer. A lot of times he came in with high expectations in Nebraska, and he just couldn't win the big games. And then it got to the point to where you ain't win the big games, and now ho-hum, the season's over. You barely beating, Iowa State. Iowa State's good. You're barely beating Northwestern sometimes. So, yeah.
I'm looking at his college stats right
here. He's not. He doesn't have the best accuracy. Again, he's more known as athletic, on the run type quarterback.
That doesn't sound like a Kyle guy, does it?
No, he doesn't. Which is interesting when I saw him, attack the roster.
Where'd they pick him up from? The scrap heap? Because according to Sports Reference, he played 4 years at Nebraska, then played 1 season at Kansas State.
Yep.
But that was 2022.
Yep.
Where's he been at the last 3 years? Anybody know offhand?
I don't know. I don't remember where they got him from.
All right, gotta go to the old Wikipedia page.
Probably was on somebody's practice squad, a couple teams.
By the way, as far as Mac Jones' contract goes, Kyle and Alan and I were going back and forth a little bit on Mac Jones and his contract. He has, he's under contract next year as well as Mac Jones, although they could cut him loose. But he has bonuses here. 50% of the regular season snaps for Mac Jones, plus a playoff berth, and he picks up an extra $550,000.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
so
right.
he's getting opportunities.
Yeah,
here.
he's going to get that, huh?
25% of the snaps and a regular season win is worth $100,000. So
damn, he's getting paid, huh?
Yeah, he has a chance. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
Per
You win
game active
100,000.
bonus. Per game active bonus, $20,000 for Mac Jones. So that's one.
That's every week, basically.
Yeah, I think that was
right.
kind of like
That's
just built in.
Yeah,
like,
built in.
Yeah.
And then imagine you get a win. Here's $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad little contract.
Per win or just
It
per
says
win, right?
Well,
or is it he just got the 100,000 because he's already won?
Let's see, 25% of the snaps plus a regular season win.
So he already got that
$100,000. Yeah, $100,000. So I don't know if that's 25% of the snaps in a game or in the whole season. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure, but he's definitely getting his opportunities, and they need him. They're lucky to have him.
Yeah,
Especially
exactly.
if it looks like Brock's going to be dealing with the toe, which we told you isn't that bad, but maybe it is, and it might be lingering all year.
I actually got faith in Mac Jones. I know as of right now, Brock Purdy's a better quarterback. But how much of a drop-off is this? I'm legitimately asking a question. And no offense to our guy Jake Browning out there, when you got Burrow and then, that's a massive drop-off. Going from Brock Purdy to Mac Jones, it's a drop-off, no doubt, but it's not one that your season's over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. No, not trying to throw shade at Brock. I'm trying to give props to Mac Jones. You can still accomplish some things with Mac Jones as your quarterback.
Yeah, we'll dive into that. And when we come back also, if we're going to talk so much about Shedeur the Mime, we also need to talk about this rookie quarterback, and we'll do that next on Sactown Sports.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Need cash fast? Tap into the value of your home with a home equity line of credit from Valley Strong Credit Union. Whether it's for home improvements, debt consolidation, or that dream vacation, you can get your cash offer in minutes. That's right, just minutes to unlock the power of your home's equity with no hard credit pull to see how much cash you can get. No stress, no waiting. Just smart, local banking that puts you first. Grow your possibilities with Valley Strong Credit Union. Visit valleystrong.com to get started today.
Hit the field during Sky River Casino's $400,000 touchdown for a truck giveaway. Play slots and table games daily to earn entries. Then join in on the action every Saturday for a chance to score up to $15,000 in free play or a brand new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500. Visit skyriver.com to see how you can get 100 bonus entries every Tuesday and Friday. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 or over.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip, if a firm presents as local but they're in L.A., red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
When I was a kid, I remember my dad, a lineman, leaving in the middle of the night. Families were depending on him to get their power back on to keep them safe and warm. Watching him taught me that this work isn't just about wires and circuits. It's about people and the trust they place in us when the lights go out. That's why I started Maverick Electric Heating and Air, to carry on that same promise of showing up, doing it right, and protecting families when they need us most. Visit callamaverick.com.
This 49ers Red Zone Report is being brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
2nd and goal, just inside the 10. Purdy's under center. Play action. Inside pitch, McCaffrey. He makes the catch. Makes a man miss. Breaks the tackle. And McCaffrey is in. Finally, a touchdown, 49ers. Now they set up the tight end screen left. There's Tonjes. Tonjes is into space. The 5. He dives. End zone. Touchdown.
Ready, set, win big. When the 49ers win, you score. With 49% off any large pizza, only at Mountain Mike's Pizza. Celebrate every game day with your favorites from our legendary crispy, curly pepperoni, bold sauced up wings, garlic butter drenched sides, and gooey sweet desserts, all hot, fresh, and built for a Niners victory. Download the Mountain Mike's app, join Mountain Rewards, and turn every Niners win into a pizza party. Let's go Niners. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
The Travel Guys, new on KHTK 1140 every Saturday at 11 a.m.
We'll make you a smarter traveler. Tips you can use on the road and at the airport, plus reports from top consumer advocates.
The Travel Guys, 11 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140.
A men's health moment with Revive Men's Health. Low testosterone doesn't just drain your energy. It can change how you feel about yourself. Revive Men's Health uses advanced lab testing and proven treatments to help guys feel stronger and more confident. Learn more at revivemenshealth.com.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
We know a lot of 49ers are in pain as they get ready for the Rams tonight. Hal Draper in pain. People are rallying around you, Drapes, here in the YouTube
And rightfully
chat.
so.
Yes, Spencer
This is some
Lemke.
BS, big fella.
Dentists like that, Drapes. Mine cleaned half my teeth one day, scheduled me to finish another day. I only get one free cleaning a year and got billed for the second. I never went back.
See?
Jonesy 007, Drapes, you're killing me, bro. I'm sorry you're in pain, but you're hilarious. So,
You know what, Whitey? It's a short show. We got sports to get to. Niners got a game today.
yeah.
But I can't be the only sucker out there that's getting bamboozled, hoodwinked by the dentist. I can't be the only one. And here's the thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a nice guy. I'm a trusting guy. I put my health in this person's hands. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give him a shot. But, dude, this honestly is it's affecting my employment. You know, had to call in sick a couple of times. You know, what if it was a game day?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I'm not standing for this anymore. I'm tired. I'm done. And here's the thing. I know people that hate the dentist. From as a little kid, they've always hated. That was never me. I'm like, I got this. I'll go in. But this dentist has me hating dentists right now.
Maybe you should just clear the air with them. Make sure. Ask your questions. Look, it seems like this is what's going on. How come this and this and that and that? You know, maybe what do you lose by doing that? Maybe it explains everything. You go, okay, all right. And then you stay there. Well, and if not, if you're going to leave anyway,
you
what
know
does
what?
it hurt?
I should have taken my aunt's advice. My aunt went to the same dentist I used to go, the one that had the practice.
Yeah.
When the practice was sold, she immediately switched. So she told me, Kyle, I actually found a new dentist. I'm going over here. And I'm like, nah, Barbara, I got this. You know, let me give this dentist a chance. And my previous dentist, nobody was ever in the office. It was quiet. This dentist, he got like 10 people working for him and everything. And so I'm like, all right, you know, they're doing a great job. I'm done. Dental free agent, even though I'll probably go to my guy, Dr. Higgins.
Right.
And that's not an endorsement. He's a family friend. So, you know, I should have went to him anyway. But, yeah, I'm done, man.
Yeah. Well, you got to feel good about it. Anything medical, patients got to feel good about it. It's half the battle.
Think about it like this, Whitey. Let's say you're a finely tuned athlete, which I'm not. Yeah. I mean, you are, but I'm not. And you go get your knee, you know, operated on.
Right. Scoped or whatever.
Scoped. The doctor could mess up your career.
Right.
Like, my teeth are important, big fella. And I thought, I'm like, am I going to be one of these people with fake dentures that I got to take out at night?
You don't want to be a dental Grant Hill. right? That's what
Right,
you don't want.
exactly. Penny Hardaway or somebody like. I don't want my career to be ending because of the dentist.
Right.
And I honestly thought, do I have a lawsuit? Maybe. I mean, if my career. Whitey,
Jay's laughing.
teeth are falling out, big fella. See, I didn't name the dentist, Jay. I didn't name the dentist, but go ahead, man. Go ahead. Yeah. I'm just upset. Yeah. It ruined my day.
Our boy is hurt. I'm with you, baby. I hear you, man.
Because it's psychological. That's why I said
got
the
you,
mental
fam.
health. It's just I'm beat down right now. I'm beat down. I need a pick me up.
We're gonna bring you up, baby.
Yeah,
Come
I need a lift up, a little jolt, a shot in the arm, if you will.
Yeah, you need like a 49er upset over the Rams tonight, right?
No, because remember I told you my friend that's in the pick'em pool, that's a Niners fan.
Yeah.
This is the one time they picked against the Niners.
Oh.
So we can't have the Niners win now. Think about it. Niners win now. It's like, oh, now they want to win. Nah. We went against them this time.
We'll get back to the whole issue of Brock and Mac Jones. What's the drop-off? I just want to say something real quick because I know Shedeur Sanders has been in the news this week, and Rex Ryan went off on him.
Yeah.
And then Shedeur Sanders was in the locker room, and reporters were talking to him, and he was miming the response, and then that became a big thing. I don't know if you heard, but today Adam Schefter said Shedeur Sanders did that in response to Rex Ryan.
Right.
Yeah,
Rex went
it was
in
a reaction.
on him.
Yeah. And we're talking about that, and Orlovsky saying some things which are interesting, like he's really not helping himself. So we talk about Shedeur, who is still the third quarterback there, right? Meanwhile, you got the guy in New York, and I know he did some good things for the Giants in their win over the Chargers, Jackson Dart, who, according to reports, does not believe we landed on the moon and walked on the moon. No one talks about that. Shedeur Sanders is going, and that's all you hear about. You got a guy, the quarterback of the Giants, who doesn't believe we landed on the moon. I think we should be talking about that, Drapes.
Well, that's the problem, Whitey. This is a microcosm of where we are as a society.
Is it?
Shedeur Sanders. His last name, obviously in the sports world, very famous. But I'm watching Ryan Clark and them, I think it was today, and they made a good point. Shedeur Sanders is the third string quarterback.
Right.
Why is he being asked the tough questions? How do you feel about not starting? How do you, no other third string quarterback in this league is being asked that. To your point, Jackson Dart doesn't believe in the men. Probably don't believe Wilt scored 100 either. Nobody's asking him about that, stuff that really matters. But no, it's why are they so? But it's all about the name. It's all about the celebrity of it.
Yes.
Right now, Shedeur is a third-string quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Let this young man earn his stripes, work like he doesn't. And why was Rex Ryan taking shots at him anyway? It'd be different if Shedeur came out and said something or did something on the field or something.
It's because he was on the sidelines and he was unhappy when they went to Dylan Gabriel, which I saw, and it's like, I didn't think.
What was his reaction? I didn't see it. What was it?
I mean, he just kind of went, from what I saw, really. That's pretty much, and it's like, oh, you shouldn't show emotion. He's on the sideline. Yeah, so it got way blown out of proportion.
Yeah, the sports media right now, it's like, you need content, and Shedeur's giving them content.
His bosses are like, great job, Rex.
Right, exactly.
That's exactly what we need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, the thing about ESPN and these talk shows and what they're trying to do is get their host to say something that carries the conversation throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have we come in, maybe not us, but sports talk radio? Oh, did you hear what Stephen A. Smith said? Stephen A. Smith says the Kings are going to win. And now ESPN is getting that publicity. And so that's what Rex Ryan did. And like you said, his bosses are like, yeah. Now Shedeur responds by miming. Now, it's almost like the media is driving the narrative, like directing the conversation.
Tail wagging the dog.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Steph Curry indicated that he didn't believe that anyone had landed on the moon?
No.
Yeah, and they walked it back and covered it, but one of the next games they played was here, and the Kings had people on the baseline
dressed up as moon men.
astronauts, pictures of the spaceship. They did. And I was like, that's awesome.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good way to troll him. That's a good way to troll him.
But now it's like, no. Oh, I'm sure we did. That's something that should be talked about, in my opinion.
Man, we can't even agree on what's right and wrong in our society right now, let alone did somebody walk on the moon, or is the earth flat, or, it's like.
That's even worse
I know.
than the moon. Is the earth flat? It is not.
Why do they ask athletes those questions?
I'm not sure if they, I think sometimes it comes out when they're having discussions. That's a good question. I think sometimes they offer it. I don't know too many reporters. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know too many reporters go, hey, do you believe that they landed on the moon? I don't know how it comes out.
Yeah, how does that come out? It's probably maybe in a podcast or something, just talking and it comes out. But, yeah, that's ridiculous.
All right, we'll get back to the Mac Jones conversation. How much of a drop-off is there? Brock Purdy to Mac Jones. Next, Drive Guys, Sactown Sports.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money, because you're in charge. Today, you're going to pay down your credit card bill. But you decide when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you. But you decide if you pay it in full. But you definitely should, because, again, interest charges. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Keeping your engines healthy means protecting them in season and out. Experts trust Stable to do that. And third-party testing confirms it. Stable is the industry leader in preventing fuel-related issues, no matter if you use it in your car, boat, or outdoor power equipment. In season or out, at every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Bonneville International Radio Station contests are open to participants at least 18 years of age and older that are residents of California and who reside in one of the 6 counties that make up the Sacramento metro area, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest are not eligible to win, unless the station otherwise specifies in its own discretion. Persons who have won in the last 30 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. For a copy of the general contest rules, visit khdk.com.
Alan Stiles here with your Sactown Sports Injury Report, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Zach Geloff, out with that dislocated left shoulder, underwent successful surgery in Los Angeles in late September. Should be fully recovered and expected to return in 2026. Left-handed pitcher Sean Newcomb felt left elbow inflammation and unfortunately is out with the rest of the season after feeling tightness in his left elbow following his most recent outing. That was your Sactown Sports Injury Report, brought to you by DTLA Law Group.
Hey, I'm Alan Stiles. Injured at work? Call downtown. DTLA Law Group, California's leading injury law firm. With over 40 lawyers throughout California, they have won over $500 million in settlements. DTLA Law Group will get you compensation for your work injury. You don't pay unless they win. That's right. You pay zero up front. Call downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Visit them at calldowntown.com. Text charges may apply.
Hey man, gaining weight, dragging throughout the day, losing your drive? It could be your testosterone. The team at Revive Men's Health Sacramento gets men back on track with the energy and drive they've been missing. Meet Tyler, Revive Men's Health Director of Operations and witness to hundreds of success stories.
I've seen guys come in worn out, discouraged, and just not themselves. A few months into treatment, they're standing taller, speaking with more confidence. It's like watching someone come back to life, like a light switch gets turned back on. When a spouse says, "Thank you, I really have my partner back, better than before." That's the moment it all clicks for me, and that's why I do what I do.
Since 2011, Revive Men's Health has helped more than 120,000 men regain their energy and drive. Start your story today with an in-clinic visit or a secure video appointment. Call 916-619-3000 now to book your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation. That's 916-619-3000. Or schedule anytime at revivemenshealth.com.
It's championship night at Stockton 99 Speedway, Saturday, October 11th. Pro late models, mini stocks, legends, pure stocks, and mini modifieds in an all-out war for the crown. Kids 10 and under are always free. Grab your crew and hit stockton99.com for tickets and info. Then be there when the dust settles and legends are made.
The deals are on now at the model year-end sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save on year-end models and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at folsomlakehonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Yeah, speaking of Kings talk, I know we got a lot of 49er things to cover today with the 49ers and Rams tonight, and we have the game for you. But, Drapes, you were at Kings practice today. Anything you saw that you can share with us?
Well, I mean, can't get into specifics or anything, but, I thought, my guy Dennis Schroeder, looked every bit as good as I thought he would. Just his ability to run the point, especially the pick and roll, his passing, finding the open man, hitting guys on target and on time. Like his timing, I think Kings fans will really enjoy. I thought Drew Eubanks looked really good during today's practice, showing his ability to stretch the floor too,
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I like what I saw from him. And I thought Devin Carter had a good day.
Good.
Devin Carter on both ends of the floor, the defense, pressure, being able to finish in the paint too. I like what I saw from him. So some encouraging signs. And guys, you could see the attention to the defensive end of the ball. Like even not in scrimmages, I'm talking just the drills that they're working on. You can see how much conditioning and defense is a priority for this team.
We don't know how much Drew Eubanks is going to play. I saw something really interesting about him, though, today. Will Zimmerly wrote some things about some transition numbers and, small sample size because he didn't play that much. He was really good in transition last year, as a lot of bigs are because, bigs run the floor. But he might be a really good fit for what Doug Christie wants to do this year. And it's just something that we hadn't really considered when we heard that he was signing here.
Right. And,
The Carmichael Dave.
Man, Carmichael Dave.
A promo for Carmichael Dave.
Okay, hopefully that happens Drive Guys during their show, it's, when they made the move and brought him in here, it's like, but I think he's going to get some minutes. We need him to get some minutes, and so the guys are looking good so far. No more two-a-days. They're only going to do that one two-a-day that they did on Tuesday, so it'll just be single practices each day. But, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. It didn't look like guys weren't on the same page or it's a bunch of individuals thrown together. They look pretty good out there. Yeah.
And I know there's some things you are not privy to share with us, but are they really working on conditioning this year? Maybe more. Than
but it's and it's not like we used to do back in the day, just running laps.
Right.
Pick up lines. Right. The drills that they're doing are full court drills. You know what I mean? So
that's how I always did it.
Yeah, right. I'm sure, right.
Rather than run, we're gonna do 3-on-2, 2-on-1.
Right,
run,
and you just do that, but that's working
it.
But that's sort of fun, instead of just run laps, you know. And so I see the conditioning, work that they're trying to put in.
Yeah, and you got a game coming up here,
dude. Less than a week, first preseason game for your Sacramento Kings at home against the Toronto Raptors. Yes, me and Katie will be on the call for that too.
Nice.
Yeah. They'll be streaming that game, so it won't be on TV. It'll be Kings.com or, of course, our guy G-Man here on Sactown Sports.
Do you think the Kings could be one of the surprise teams in the league this year? I don't know that I would say, oh, yes, they're going to be, but they could be just because, A, they do have a lot of talent, B, expectations around the league are very low. I think that opportunity is there.
Yeah, and what would it take for them to be a surprise team?
I think if they're competing for top six, even 44, 45, I think a lot
in
of
the
people
mix.
How about that?
Right, exactly. No, I think they can. And as I was watching today, one of the things I was thinking is this team will go as far as their best players. We're talking about Neek and John Hollinger calling him a hinge player. No, it's not about that. It's about DeMar, Zach, Domas, and Dennis Schroeder. How they play together. Are we going to see the defensive effort that Doug, I don't think it's going to be, on a Neek Clifford or even a Dennis Schroeder. It's like your best players have to set the tone. And, talking to some people today, though, they made a great point, too. And this is something I've been echoing about last season. Like, the players saw what was going on with the coaching staff and the changes, and that no doubt impacted them a great deal. Now they see a coaching staff that's united together. You got some veterans. Bobby Jackson's doing a hell of a job, what I saw today. Mike Woodson, a sage veteran. Mike Miller, nobody's talking about him, but he's got major experience, decades of experience, college and pros.
And he's running the offense, right?
He's the
and Woody's running the defense?
No, Bobby Jackson.
Bobby Jackson.
Running the defense, yeah. And so, I think on this day right now, I can look at the players and say, you know what, they're looking at their coaches and actually hearing them and listening, and they aren't, being coached, by dysfunction that we had last season.
Yeah, so much dysfunction.
Yes.
Because the coach is gone, and then De'Aaron's gone, and then all the drama within the coaching staff. Did we know that, by the way, that it was going to be B-Jax and Mike Miller? And I know Doug talked about it this week. I wasn't aware of that before. Is that one of the things we found out this week?
I think I think we found that out this week from Doug on maybe Monday, I guess, at Media Day. It's interesting because, if I'm correct, Mike Woodson is the associate head coach, the one right next. But Bobby Jackson and Mike Miller are the ones that are, the offensive defensive coordinators, per se. And so, that's a little new information I think we got this week.
Here's a couple of Kings dates to keep an eye on this month, now that the Kuminga deadline has passed and he's signed. And these aren't nearly that significant. But, again, things to be aware of. October 20th, according to my information, deadline to extend the contract of Keegan Murray. October 31st, the last day to exercise a third-year team option of Devin Carter. I'm not in any way implying there's any issue with any of that or problems, but those are dates coming up of some significance.
Yeah, that's things you got to keep an eye on, here in the next few weeks for the Kings, especially the Keegan Murray situation, October 20th. And so, some things will be, I don't want to say settled, but if it doesn't happen, let's say for Keegan October 20th, then come later in the season, after the season, the restricted free agency kicks in, things could get a little dicey, if you will. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we got
what you got?
What you got? A lot of interesting comments here.
Oh, shoot. What we got here?
All over the place on what's going on in baseball and the Raptors and the Kings and the 49ers, who are back at it tonight, of course, against the Rams. You asked the question about the drop-off between Brock Purdy going to Mac Jones, which the 49ers are doing tonight. And as you said, it shouldn't be as dramatic a drop-off as, say, the Bengals going from Joe Burrow to our guy Jake Browning.
Right.
But where do they lose something? I think the biggest thing, and I know we talked to TC yesterday, and he pointed out correctly that that Brock is more mobile. But I think the biggest thing so far, and has a lot to do with just the fact that Mac Jones is not as familiar with the offense, he holds the ball a little too long. Even that game against the Saints, we had a great game. The numbers were great. For somebody who's hadn't played and they won. It's a bad team. His numbers are really good. But he held the ball too long. He had a fumble because of that. I think that's the single biggest thing. Single biggest issue.
Is that a timing thing, though? Is that something you can improve on and learn, get familiarity with, your wideouts, that kind of thing?
And that's so hard to do right now when it's guys that the wideouts haven't even played.
Right, that's the thing. And the familiarity with the system that Brock has, he's mastered the system. I think that's where you'll see the drop-off at, Mac Jones, I think is a fine quarterback, but he's still learning. And to your point, the guys he's throwing to, outside of Kendrick Bourne, he doesn't have any camaraderie, if you will, or So I think that timing might be an issue tonight.
You are probably like a lot of people. I'm guessing, not to pin you down, but you're probably thinking the Rams win this one pretty easily tonight, aren't you?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean.
So if you were a betting guy, and I think it's 7, and I know you're not.
Oh, it's 7 now, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
moved. Oh, man. Jeez.
There he goes.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I still think so. I just don't think the Niners will be able to score enough points. I got them at about 17 max.
Mm-hmm.
And this Rams team, this offense is dynamic. I got it about at closest 27-17, 24-17.
Do you know Greg Cosell, he's a longtime NFL analyst.
Yeah,
I don't know what his links to the league are, but he studies film and he breaks it down on a lot of radio stations and TV stations, and he's really knowledgeable. And he was on the station in San Francisco where I used to work yesterday. He was saying, look, all this stuff about Purdy, the week-to-week stuff about Purdy, it's all overblown. But, he said, the big issue with the 49ers is the total inability to run the football.
Right.
He said that is significant.
That's big time. I mean, I know it's a passing league now, but you got to be able to run, especially when your best player is your running back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like CMC, and they're giving him the touches and everything, but if he's not able to capitalize on it, and I'm not saying it's his fault or anything, but like CMC opens up everything, I think, for this offense. And teams know that.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they're keying in on CMC.
He's been so productive as a receiver, though, which suggests he's still moving well, and he's got his speed and his elusiveness. Maybe it's just a matter of there's just not as much room, and I'm, I have to crunch the numbers and look at a little more film to know this one way or the other for certain. But I think teams are just going in now against the 49ers saying, your quarterback's going to have to beat us. You are not running the ball on us. We do not respect your quarterback's abilities to hit us deep.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the numbers. The Niners, 5th worst rushing team in the league at 88 yards
Do you have
per
the yards
game.
per carry there? It's minuscule.
Yeah, I have to do
terrible.
a deeper dive, but yeah, you're right, man. It's pretty bad, and the only teams worse than the Niners, Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
They're a dumpster fire right now. They're struggling right now. Pittsburgh, which is a little surprising. Cleveland, bad team. Tennessee, bad team. And conversely, I'm gonna just go up top. Look at the teams that run the ball the best. Buffalo, number 1. Washington, how about the Jets?
They're a good rushing team.
Yeah. Jacksonville and Denver, the top 5 right there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, it's tough to pull off an upset when you want to control the ball. If you can't run the ball, it's going to be tough. We know who's not playing for the 49ers, so who is playing? We'll look at that when we come back to Sactown Sports. Don't go away.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Need cash fast? Tap into the value of your home with a home equity line of credit from Valley Strong Credit Union. Whether it's for home improvements, debt consolidation, or that dream vacation, you can get your cash offer in minutes. That's right, just minutes to unlock the power of your home's equity with no hard credit pull to see how much cash you can get. No stress, no waiting. Just smart, local banking that puts you first. Grow your possibilities with Valley Strong Credit Union. Visit valleystrong.com to get started today.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Febreze. It's a classic odor tale. You fried fish for dinner, cleaned up, but the smell is still in the house. And the neighbors are coming over for game night. They're on their way. And then you spray Febreze Air Mist. Febreze Air starts working instantly to fight even your toughest odors, so you go from fish to fresh like that. Now all you have to worry about is Pam cheating at charades.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Play and win to take your loyalty to new heights at Sky River Casino. Join Sky River Rewards today for a chance to receive up to $2,500 in free play. Plus, you'll be in the know about upcoming special events and offers. Just minutes from Sacramento, right off Highway 99 in Elk Grove. Join in the fun with rewards that add up and up. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Visit us to see how. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Hey man, gaining weight, low energy, lost drive? It could be your testosterone. Revive Men's Health Sacramento helps men get their edge back. Meet Tyler, Revive Men's Health Director of Operations.
When men start treatment, it's not just their labs that change. You see it in their posture, their energy, and how they walk into the room. That's why I do what I do.
Call 916-619-3000 now to book your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation. That's 916-619-3000 or schedule anytime at ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Hammer time thrown down by Malik.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports, 1140.
Tony Coles.
Hey, safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping on this is my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Congratulations to the Detroit Tigers. Tigers knocked off Cleveland today, winning that series 2-1. So the Tigers now will play Seattle in the next round. The winner of the Yankees-Red Sox game tonight will play the Blue Jays. Meanwhile, the Dodgers advanced last night. They took 2 straight from the Reds, and you've got Cubs leading San Diego in the bottom of the third, 2-0 in the deciding game of their series. The Cubs got to a shaky Yu Darvish, knocked him out in the second inning. It's 2-0 Chicago Cubs. That place, if the Cubs win, Wrigley's going to go crazy.
What's going to happen with you, though, big fella, in the Gleason household if the Padres lose? Everything going to be all right? You and Sheena, going to go to your separate corners,
We'll
let
turn
you
all the
cool
lights
off a
out.
little bit?
We'll turn all the lights out for the weekend, and then next week, Monday or so, we'll start talking again.
I know, right? She knows just to leave you alone, just don't even talk to you, right?
My daughter's probably more wrapped up in it than I am. So anyway, long ways to go. This has been it's been a good week for baseball with 3 of the 4 series going to the third and final game.
What, winner takes one of my Phillies or no? Who's
the Phillies are going to play the Dodgers.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
That's the 2 best teams in the they get the Brewers. Whoever gets this gets the
winner of
Brewers.
this game gets the Milwaukee Brewers. They're the 1 seed in the NL.
Yeah. Damn.
And then in the American
Phillies
League.
Dodgers. That's going to be a heavyweight showdown.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. May have to make a trip down to Vez Ravine down there.
And it's basketball season. You ain't going nowhere.
Come on, Jay. Basketball. I do have next week's game, but I got a few days, big fella.
The Dodgers, they won the division, and they took care of the Reds in short order, but they did not have the year that people thought they were going to have. So.
Right. 93 wins, I think it was. Solid. Nothing to be, but you thought maybe, not you, but just in general, with that lineup, 100, 103, something like that,
Game 1, starting pitcher for the Dodgers?
Shohei
Ohtani.
Light him up. Knock him out early. No, this will be a fun one, man. This will be a good one.
Yeah. I like your team's chances in this one, but in these short series, who knows?
Who knows, right?
Who knows? Who's not playing for the 49ers? It's a long list. Who is playing for the 49ers tonight? Let's see. DeMarcus Robinson, Kendrick Bourne, Sky Moore are the next men up in the 49ers depleted receiving core, with Sky Moore potentially taking over the slot role. Jay, that's
we down to the druthers. We are down to the crumbs in the cabinet, man.
Yeah, the crumbs in the cabinet.
I'm telling you, Dre. You know how you go into you're looking for something, you see the bag of chips, you're like, oh, you get excited.
Yep.
My wife put clips on the bags all the time, which is cool. But take the clip off and you're like, man, who left this little bit of crumbs in the bottom of the bag, man?
Right.
Oh, man.
That's not even a handful. That's where we're at right now with our wide receiver.
Robinson,
core.
yes. Robinson and Bourne will most likely get the start. So then you got Luke Farrell, Jake Tonjes.
Who's banged up, right?
Yeah.
You also, I don't even know if he's active tonight. Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
I thought I saw he's playing.
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought I did.
Oh, is he?
Let me make sure of that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to be one of the 5 healthy wide receivers.
One of the questions that we've been kicking around and we'll continue to kick around till the deadline, will the 49ers make a big trade to replace Bosa? And John Lynch did an interview with Matt Mayoko for NBC Sports Authentic. And to me, it sounds like they're not doing anything. He said all the things you have to say. Well, it takes 2 teams to tango, and all the other teams, they think they're still in it. But he also said, it's financially, does it fit? And anybody we grab this year cuts into what we have available in our free agency spending this offseason. And I think that's their priority, is getting financially their house in order. And I think they're looking at this year as, hey, if we make the playoffs, we're good, but we can't afford to overspend now. They got rid of some really good players in the offseason.
They did.
Before they were done. It's not like they were done.
Right.
And why they do that? Because they're trying to grit their teeth and get through this financial restructuring, which tells me I don't think they're going to go get anybody big this season.
Are they pivoting to financial, responsibility, being responsible financially because they don't believe, I'm just asking the question, they don't believe they're contenders, so no need to go all in? Like, which comes first, Well,
I think it's because now you got to pay your quarterback.
Damn.
Before they paid everybody else, and it's like they had some balance there.
But because my issue with this is CMC ain't getting younger.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He'll be 30 next season. 30-year-old running back, Derrick Henry's still doing his thing, but he's, getting long in the tooth too now. And so if this is a reset, if you will, sure, you got your quarterback, but you're going to need a lot of other positional help.
Oh, I'm with you.
If CMC's getting older, Trent Williams getting older, offensive line banged up.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me unless you don't feel. But I feel like they could have been contenders.
Yeah.
They could have went out there and, maybe got a Devontae Adams and, go out there and get, a defensive lineman now. But it's like almost, we just want to let it ride and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. Drapes, if that's what they're doing, I'm not saying, oh, this is smart. I'm with you. It's like, wow, that's going to be tough to stomach.
Right.
They're trying to do the Rams did it successfully and Buffalo did it. But, you look at the amount of money that they jettisoned in the offseason on, again, productive players. It's still, the season started now and that's all done, but it's still stunning when you look at all the guys that are gone.
Right. And, it's, they're 2 years removed from the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that, fellas.
Yeah. They said, I read an article somewhere, John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan talked about, they thought about doing this after that. After that season.
After that season, yeah.
But they figured, well, we're right there, and we were so close.
Right.
So they decided to run it back last year, and obviously that did not work out.
Do you guys think – go ahead, Jay. You got something on your mind.
Well, first I was going to say MVS is alive and active and moving and grooving.
Okay.
Just so I have a understanding, because I think I'm a little lost. Clarify where you guys think the 49ers are what they're doing, meaning I'm a little lost on where you feel the 49ers are, Whitey. Where do you think
they're not buyers right now?
Right.
Okay.
Not necessarily sellers either, but they're not buyers.
Okay.
They're just, yeah.
So with that being said, before you make your statement or you ask your question, Drapes, where do you guys see the 49ers? What do you think the 49ers goals were coming into the season again?
To replenish the roster, especially the defense, with younger players that therefore were more affordable.
So if I'm hearing what you're saying, I think I'm saying the same thing. I think they wanted to find out who they had, what they had. And I think that's what they're
Discovery.
doing. They're utilizing this year as let's see who Upton Stout is. Let's see, who D. Winters really is, Michael Williams and guys like that. And then they'll assess the situation next year. But I truly believe they also saw the schedule and also retained enough top-end talent that they were like, we'll make the playoffs. And then when we get to the playoffs, then we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. The 49ers, this is from ESPN today. It was Nick Wagner. I'll have to check who wrote it. Niners said goodbye to nearly 20 players, 15 of whom landed deals elsewhere worth up to a maximum of $341.5 million. So these were players that were still in demand. And to replace them, the 49ers focused on the draft to rebuild their defense. It was a roster reimagining following a similar blueprint of the 23 Rams and the 24 Bills, both teams that Lynch says his staff spent time studying before the offseason began.
Right.
Because they knew that they got that Brock Purdy bill coming due, and you gotta figure out how to pay the guys you want to keep.
I just don't get it. I honestly, Jay, I don't know how you feel. I just don't get it.
Get what?
The decision to sort of get your finances in order, if you will. All I've been hearing the last 2 years is Niners top 5 team in cap space. Niners got all this cap space.
Which they still do.
And exactly.
But it's not so much as in the form of you're able to go out and sign who you want cap space. It sounds crazy. It's they continuously, and this is what the 49ers do very well, is whatever they're doing, they're able to go to the Fred Warners, the use checks, the George Kittles, the CMCs, and say, hey, we signed you to a big deal, which they've done to all of those guys. And then they'll say, can you take less now? And then every single year reshuffles their cap space. But what happens is they go into the next season as not having a massive amount of cap space. They shuffle their yearly cap space in the form of what they've done over the last 5 or 6, 7 years, the Shanahan regime, which is we'll get to week 6, 7, see where we're at, assess the situation, and then we'll jump and go get CMC. We'll jump and go get, I'm thinking of defensive end who we went and wound up got a couple
Chase
years
Young?
ago. Chase Young.
Yeah.
they'll go do that. They'll try to make the adjustments in between the season and say, hey, listen, now we're pushing towards the Super Bowl. I think this year, and it was you said it, Whitey, Nick Wagner said it from ESPN. Last year, I thought that's what they were going to do, is do what they're doing this year.
Yeah.
But, hey, you know what? We still can try to make one last run to the Super Bowl. And remember, we heard Diamador Lenore. We heard Fred Warner. We heard George Kittle say, we know this is it.
Yeah.
As we are alerted, we know this will pretty much be the last season we'll have Deebo Samuel.
Yeah.
We know Talanoa Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw and guys like that won't be here next year. We know that.
Mm-hmm. As of this week, according to ESPN, the 49ers have a league-leading $92.2 million in dead money and still rank third in cash spending because of the deals for Purdy, Kittle, and Warner.
Right.
The dead cap is even more than the Rams ate in 2023.
Wow.
The Rams are kind of doing the same thing, but they're doing it very well. They're
doing
still
it well.
competitive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but they went down 1 year, though.
1 year.
So that's what I'm saying. We got to be honest about the situation. The Rams had a terrible ass year at one point.
But they also won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the one thing that's missing. Truly, fellas. The 49ers are doing what the Rams absolutely went through. Hence, Nick Wagner said that. Hence why John Lynch and his staff went down there and studied that as an example, a test sample. The one thing they missed was they didn't win the Super Bowl.
Right. Yeah. It's an interesting piece by Nick Wagner at ESPN.com. I know sometimes all these cap numbers and cap hits and dead money kind of get an ice cream headache, but there's a good explanation of it. I think, to me, bottom line, the reason I even bring it up is because to me it suggests they aren't that interested in bringing in somebody like Trey Hendrickson who's going to cost a lot of money. Maybe as a short-term thing if they can get him for, second-round pick or something. But it just...
Why would you, though?
Why would you?
Yeah.
To maximize your chance to win this year without Nick Bosa.
But if you're looking, and this is the thing, and this is why I said, maybe I just been honest about the situation. If you came into the season, and I've said this numerous times, if you felt the 49ers were within the top 5 or top 6,
And you're
top
saying if
10,
you're you, we're talking about them, right?
yeah, if I'm the
Decision
49ers,
makers. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And this, to me, they told me how they saw it. When Kyle Shanahan came out and said, within the interview with Matt Mayoko, he said, listen, the last handful of years, we've been obsessed with winning the Super Bowl. This year, everybody, I had all the veterans, all the captains, all the top guys come to my house, and we all agreed, this year we change. The expectations will not be to win the Super Bowl. It will be to be a good team, get to the playoffs, and just like we always talk about it in the NFL, other teams talk about it. When we get to the playoffs, we'll see where the chips fall. Green Bay Packers got into the playoffs on a Deshaun Jackson run back. Guess what? They made it to the Super Bowl. The New York Giants, how many times have we talked about them being not that good, and they've been on a hot streak and a run to the Super Bowl? The 49ers laid it out to the faithful. They told us this year we don't expect to make it to the Super Bowl. That's not our expectations. But if we get to the playoffs, which we pretty much believe we will because of a weak schedule, and we have enough top-end talent, when we get there, we'll see how the chips fall.
Yeah. Is it worth it? That's a question John Lynch asks of himself here. For this season to be a success, Nick Wagner says, it'll depend on whether the remaining stars, Kittle, Bosa, etc., can be healthy and produce until and if the young players start being productive. Much of that falls into the lap of the quarterback that they planned to pay long before they even had him on the roster. Purdy. It was going to be Trey Lance. He was going to be the one that they were eventually going to pay. So John Lynch says, you got to ask yourself, is this quarterback worth doing all this? And in our case, it's not a burden because you have your franchise quarterback, and we all know how important that is to your team, end quote. Obviously, if he's hurt or he doesn't produce, then it didn't work. But that's the plan, and that's why they're doing this.
I mean, I get it, and I hear what Jay is saying, but you look at Kittle, 31. CMC will be 30 next year. You know, you look at
Trent
Williams. He's what, 36, 37. You know, aren't you supposed to capitalize? It's like the Steph Curry Warriors situation. You know, it's like, isn't your time now? Or are you signaling to CMC, Kittle, Trent Williams, you know what? It's not our time. And when it is our time, you guys might not be here. You know, I mean.
Yeah.
But even they had to reset, though. Like, I guess what I'm missing both of you, and I understand what you're saying, Drapes, definitely. Whitey, I understand what you're saying is you have top-end talent who are long in the tooth, and you're coming to them and saying, hey, listen, this year is an in-between year, and we're hoping to make the playoffs. And again, when we get there, then we'll rely on you, and including you, Brock Purdy. That's what John Lynch is saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got it. But the reality of it is you guys didn't finish the job when you damn well had an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? You guys you can be part of the Dre Greenlaw now. You don't have to take this $30 million. Talanoa fund. You can, but seriously, I think that's what the 49ers have said. And even going back, Jed York they sold a percentage of what the 49ers. Now, albeit some people talked about because they went and got the soccer team. But I think the 49ers have said, we've been all in for 5, 6, 7 years. Sooner or later, we have to reset. As much as the 49ers, the faithful people like me don't want to hear that. So, what has the 49ers ever been cheap?
Shanahan, we broke the NFL record for the most money in the NFL leaving our building and signing with other teams. It shows you how good the players who left our building were. They weren't just old guys that it was time to move on from. They were dudes who could really help other teams win. When you do that, that's not the most fun thing for a coach.
Yeah. Yep.
But, that's where they are. Yeah, that's all I'm saying is this is what's going on. And I think the 49ers, as much as we as fans sometimes look at, you only get 17 games a year and you've got to win and you've got to do everything you can to win right now. I don't think that's where they are right now.
I think they're being, and, probably realistic. It's because if they thought, you right there, Bill?
That's a strike, baby.
All right, that's my Whitey.
Yeah, me and Whitey both said strike.
Y'all both got the eye on the baseball game. I'm like, what's going on? But no, if you think you have a chance to win a Super Bowl, Jay.
Yep.
Don't you go for it?
But they don't.
But and that's them being realistic.
Yes.
Like, you know what?
Yeah.
This ain't our year.
But but guess what? They could have stripped it down to the studs.
Right.
They also said, hey, yo, fans, hey, yo, faithful, hey, yo, Trent Williams, George Kittle, Juszczyk, who, oh, by the way, we cut your ass and brought you back. See what I'm saying? They've also been realistic about the situation and said, hey, get us there. We'll see how it goes. They haven't just thrown in all the cards and say, this year we plan on going 2-15. They didn't say that.
Right.
They said we want to make the playoffs. We believe we will make the playoffs. And when we get there, we'll see how the chips fall. Shanahan said that 3 times in 3 preseason interviews.
Mm-hmm. And I think one of the reasons they didn't tear it down, which you don't see as much in the NFL, but they believe Purdy is their guy. They believe he's a franchise quarterback. And when you have your franchise quarterback, he, in theory, gives you a chance to win something.
Every year,
yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah.
I think also, too, the injuries, obviously you can't plan for that.
Yeah.
I think they went into the season maybe seeing, all right, where are we come week 7, 8, towards the trade deadline? Are we 7-1? Okay, now we can go. It's almost like prove it. Let me see what we really are. And now the injuries have sort of accelerated it, meaning you got to make a decision ideally now whether to go out, or you could be losing 2, 3, 4 games in the season, and you'll be 4-4, 3-3 or something like that. I think the injuries really, because I do think, fellas, if they were 7-1, trade deadline November 4th, you can't tell me.
They may be.
They'll go for it.
Right, that like they would go. And it may rain in Northern California, and it could happen.
My boy got his coat, so it must have happened today.
Exactly. I'm not doubting that. 6-2. How about that? Because they're going to lose tonight. They're going to lose tonight.
I think what you're saying is kind of what they've been saying, which is this year is an assessment year. They're truly going to assess some of these young guys and some of the guys that they've been drafting. But you're absolutely right, Drapes, in my opinion. The injuries have caused a need for concern in the fact of well, the guys that we felt like, and even Rob Brooks came on here and was like, you can depend on George Kittle. And I was like, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if you can. But the guys that they had penciled in, let alone not penciled in, pinned in for taking control over this year and leading this team and being good enough to take this team to the playoffs. And hopefully by, as you said, week 7, week 8. And that's kind of what I said. We'll figure out who Upton Stout is. We'll figure out if Ronaldo Green can really play a full season as a starting cornerback. We'll understand if Mykel Williams has, a first step of being great. We'll see if CJ West can be okay, serviceable. We'll see. So, I think you're absolutely right. Unfortunately, even some of those guys have gotten hurt. And so now they kind of got their back against the wall.
Yeah, I think, sure, you're always assessing your players, but I think they need to hit on most of the young players they drafted defensively.
Agreed.
And I think if they don't, they're going to be in a spot of trouble going forward. I think that's a big part of this plan is hitting on enough guys that are on this defense, and those guys are going to be tested tonight. So this will go a long ways.
Well, the ones that's playing.
Yeah.
There's some of the guys that they wanted to assess. They're not even playing because they hurt.
Who's the young guys not playing tonight?
Maluk Mustafa still ain't played.
Yeah.
Ronaldo Green's banged up, not playing. So, there are some people.
Yeah, but I'm talking, you're right. And I'm talking, though, mostly about the guys they just drafted. And they're going to be challenged. They're, Upton Stout's smaller. The Rams have big receivers. So we'll see what they do tonight when we come back. So that's why there are so many blocked kicks in the NFL this year. We'll reveal the mystery next on Sactown Sports.
Tonight, 49ers, Rams. Kickoff at 5:15 p.m. on Sactown Sports 1140.
Your exclusive home for 49ers football.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. It just holds water. But you're getting it anyway, because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Alan Stiles here with your Sactown Sports Injury Report, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Zach Geloff, out with that dislocated left shoulder, underwent successful surgery in Los Angeles in late September. Should be fully recovered and expected to return in 2026. Left-handed pitcher Sean Newcomb felt left elbow inflammation and unfortunately is out with the rest of the season after feeling tightness in his left elbow following his most recent outing. That was your Sactown Sports Injury Report, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Hey, I'm Alan Stiles. Injured at work? Call downtown. DTLA Law Group, California's leading injury law firm. With over 40 lawyers throughout California, they have won over $500 million in settlements. DTLA Law Group will get you compensation for your work injury. You don't pay unless they win. That's right. You pay $0 up front. Call downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Visit them at calldowntown.com. Text Text charges may apply.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com. Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey man, gaining weight, low energy, lost drive? It could be your testosterone. Revive Men's Health Sacramento helps men get their edge back. Meet Tyler, Revive Men's Health Director of Operations.
When men start treatment, it's not just their labs that change. You see it in their posture, their energy, and how they walk into the room. That's why I do what I do.
Call 916-619-3000 now to book your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation. That's 916-619-3000 or schedule anytime at ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
49ers and Rams tonight. Looking ahead to the NFL Sunday. Drapes, you concerned about the Broncos? Woo! Isn't that a team you like a lot?
My boy Bo Nix out there slanging. The defense is tough. Yeah. I mean, it's in Philly, though. So, Bo Nix, as Brock Purdy found out a few years ago, Philly's a house of horrors.
Purdy didn't he got hurt.
Nothing to do with it. Right. Oh, he got knocked out. Exactly. My boys got after him like rabid dogs out there, you know? Nah, I mean, it's a tough match. I mean, we got the toughest.
Where the 49ers come in at this, man?
You know me. I'm out here trolling.
Did you say rabbit dog?
Rabid Wolverines.
Rabbit dogs, man. No, I'm always worried. We got a tough schedule, bro. Every game is tough. Rams, Chiefs. You know what I mean? Like, we got Buffalo later. I'm worried about all these.
Jay's looking for that violin music.
I'm worried every week that Eagles take the field.
You ain't worried next week? The Giants?
Oh, that'll be okay. But these
You
are
got
good
the Giants
teams.
twice in the next 3 weeks.
Exactly.
4 weeks.
Dude.
Tough schedule.
The fact that we're 4-0 right now,
Dallas,
I
that's
think
weak.
they've done better than I expected.
Raiders, that's terrible.
They've done better than you expected?
Yeah, I thought maybe 3-1.
They're exceeding expectations?
They are, man. You win at the Chiefs, at Tampa.
Chiefs weak right
Rams? What do you mean Chiefs what? 3-1 now? 2-2? What are it? 2-2?
2-2. Yeah.
Coming off
They've
a
won-
nice win
they've
this
won 2 in a
past
row.
weekend.
Yeah.
They figured it out, you know? And so it's I'm looking at the Eagles schedule. Broncos, and Jay's right. Giants 2 out of the next 4. At the Vikings, at Packers, Lions. It's a tough. I'm worried every week.
Did you hear what Sean Payton said about the tush push?
I don't care what he said.
He said it's the safest play in football.
It really is.
He said he voted in favor of it.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah. So.
He
wasn't gonna be
my
drawn
guy
into
Sean
any of
Payton.
that.
Yeah. It really is. I mean, it's a legitimate football play, as far as I'm concerned. You can let the quarterback sneak. That's all it is. It's a quarterback sneak with the push in the back. That's all it is.
Yeah, I'll be okay either way.
You're warming up to it, huh?
Well, it's not that I'm warming up to it. I'm just sick of the narrative, which is so whiny about the whole thing. I don't especially care for it either, but on the other hand, it's in the rules, and then why are people whining about it? You could do it too. You could stop it, and if you can't stop it, you could run it too. So
Right, exactly. That's it's almost like the Chiefs a couple of years ago. The lineman moving, getting a head start on the snap. Oh, he's offsides every time. Throw the flag. It's like you start looking for things because the team's good, they're winning. It's like, all right, we're tired of this now.
But that was illegal.
But when
that's just illegal. The tush push is legal.
But here's the thing. if the Chiefs weren't winning, nobody would give a damn. It wouldn't have become a story. It's when you start winning and it's like, all right, we got to do something about this. And you're right, it's illegal. But nobody would care if it was, the Carolina Panthers doing it.
Right.
They wouldn't be talking about it on First Take,
right?
ESPN.
But since it happened in more meaningful games, and I'm talking about the Chiefs now, not the Eagles. Obviously people were talking about it. But you said the Chiefs have it all figured out now, right? You just said 2-2, they got it all figured out.
Yep. After we smacked them up, it's like, okay. They took their smelling salts and now they're locked in. Who they got this week?
I'll have to check. What about the Ravens? Are they ever going to figure it out?
I don't know. They seem snake bitten to me. It just doesn't. Chiefs
right.
got the Jags?
Is that a Monday nighter?
That is Monday night.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game. That's going to be a good game.
Yeah,
going to be a good game.
Jacksonville, not
go ahead.
Jacksonville. The Ravens defensively are terrible.
Did you read the stat also that the Ravens, watching ESPN today, the Ravens are dead last in the NFL in handoffs to the running back on first and second down?
Right.
You got Derrick Henry back there. I know he had the fumble issues, but it might be, are they trying to get too cute offensively?
Yeah, I heard that too. Orlovsky said that.
Yeah,
and he also said on third down when they hand it to the running back, they're really high. So my first thought was, well, teams are probably loading the box on first and second down. I don't know. I mean, John Harbaugh and their coordinator there, they know they have Derrick Henry on the team.
Right.
I don't think they go, oh, man, what a great idea. We should run the ball first, second down. It's true. Now, I know it's factual, but
it is factual.
I have to think there's got to be more to it than that.
But are they overthinking it? Oh, teams are stacking the box. So first, but you got Derrick Henry back there. It's still Derrick Henry.
Right.
And I need to look up the stats here, Whitey. I'm pulling up the stats right now in terms of carries. Where would you think Derrick Henry ranks in total rushes this season?
I would guess he'd be high up there, but also they've been behind, so they got to throw the ball, and also he fumbles a lot. So I don't know. I'll say mid-third, upper third.
All right. According to ESPN's NFL player rushing stats, total attempts. I'm just going total attempts. Derrick Henry, 24th in the league. 24th in the league. Christian McCaffrey, just as, a reference point, 6th. 69 attempts. Derrick Henry, 49 rushing attempts in 4 games. So
is that because they've been? I know they've lost 3 games. Is that because they've been behind? I don't know. Yeah, you'd like to see them get more attempts. All of the block kicks have been leaving people's heads spinning in the NFL. So there's a piece here at Sports Illustrated, SI.com, where they talk to a gentleman who is considered the godfather of special teams, and he explains what's going on here. His name, he used to be a coach with the Denver Broncos most recently, Mike Westhoff. This is a guy, Mike Westhoff once told Deion Sanders, if you had to play against me every week, you'd be a greeter at Walmart.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yeah, because he's saying you wouldn't be returning all these kicks against me. So he says, yeah, coaches, he's retired. All special teams coaches are calling him, trying to figure out what's going on. He gives you 3 reasons why, in his opinion, things are going on here with all the block kicks. 1, you got longer kicks that are impacting the form and the timing. So, that's just a matter of guys are making longer kicks, so you got to kick it lower. Yeah, but that's not as important as 2, there's an able-bodied blocker problem. Defenses are leaving their regular defenders on the field against, special teamers who are backup offensive linemen and some of the long snappers who are not very big. They're great at long snapping, but they're not very big, and that's why we're seeing, like your team did to the Rams, just collapsing offensive lines on kick attempts because there's mismatches. And then the third thing is, what goes hand in hand with that, teams don't get to practice in live pads, so they don't get to practice kicking field goals against rushers.
Against live defense.
So one coach says, this coach, in fact, I believe, he says, look, I can take a guy who's a backup lineman and tell him, work with them on the side. This is what you have to do when they rush you. But he says that's a whole different thing than when they actually rush you.
Yeah.
And so you're getting better defenders taking advantage of lesser offensive linemen because, again, teams are trying to save money with their backup offensive linemen. And that's why all of a sudden this apparently has been snowballing. And all of a sudden we're seeing a lot of field goal tries get blocked.
I'm actually okay with that, though. I think it's added an element of excitement to a game. You know, special teams, offense, defense, is a phase of the football game. I think the blocked field goal attempt is one of the most exciting plays in football, to be honest with you. And so, you know, whatever the reason is, I'm okay with it. Like, I hope the league doesn't look into, you know, doing something, but all three of those make sense because here's the thing about, you know, the longer kicks. We're seeing shorter ones being blocked too, like 40 yards, 47 yards.
Yeah.
I could see a 60-yarder or something, but we're seeing some of the routine ones being blocked too.
I was wondering what was going on because you go back to when, remember Jake Moody, when he had his kick blocked against the Seahawks. The whole side of the offensive line on that play just collapsed. And your team did the same thing to the Rams.
Right.
It's almost like there's like 3 guys that could have blocked that.
Yeah.
So this goes a long ways to explaining you've got backup linemen that are protectors on the special teams on the field goal tries, and they don't get a chance to practice it. Teams leaving their regular defenders on the field, and they're taking full advantage. So you got like your best rusher against somebody's like third tackle.
Right. Who's smaller and, you know, I could see that being the reason, you know. It seemed like somebody cracked the code, like, why don't we do this? And now it's working, and, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if you see more teams doing that and more kicks being blocked.
When we come back, we'll look at a new league that Roger Goodell says he's planning. Will Sacramento get a franchise in this new football league? I think Jay would definitely want a franchise in this new league. Definitely. We'll look at that when we come right back. Sactown Sports. Don't go away.
When I was a kid, I remember my dad, a lineman, leaving in the middle of the night. Families were depending on him to get their power back on to keep them safe and warm. Watching him taught me that this work isn't just about wires and circuits. It's about people and the trust they place in us when the lights go out. That's why I started Maverick Electric Heating and Air, to carry on that same promise of showing up, doing it right, and protecting families when they need us most. Visit callamaverick.com.
Catch all the action at Sky River Casino. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines, and a thrilling high-limit room. Plus, with 18 elevated restaurants, bars, and lounge destinations, and Sky River rewards that add up and up. There's something for everyone. Just minutes from Sacramento, right off Highway 99 in Elk Grove. Join in the fun and experience new heights. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Visit skyriver.com today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey everyone, it's Kyle Draper here. If you're in the market for a new car, let me tell you about my experience with Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the moment I walked into their state-of-the-art showroom, I knew I was making the right choice. There was no pressure from the sales staff, and if I'm being honest, I felt like a kid in a candy store. I settled on the all-electric EQS SUV, and let me tell you why. First of all, the comfort. After a long day at work, I actually look forward to being in my car. It has several different massage settings, including my favorite, hot relaxing back. Plus, the seat heating and cooling features are perfect for the hot summer or those chilly mornings. Mercedes-Benz has the reputation of making the finest cars in the world. Now it's your turn to experience what I already know. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is the best car buying experience you'll ever have. They're just a short drive down I-5, or you can shop online anytime at mbfstockton.com. That's mbfstockton.com, and tell them Drape sent you.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey,
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hey man, gaining weight, dragging throughout the day, losing your drive? It could be your testosterone. The team at Revive Men's Health Sacramento gets men back on track with the energy and drive they've been missing. Meet Tyler, Revive Men's Health Director of Operations and witness to hundreds of success stories.
I've seen guys come in worn out, discouraged, and just not themselves. A few months into treatment, they're standing taller, speaking with more confidence. It's like watching someone come back to life, like a light switch gets turned back on. And a spouse says, "Thank you, I really have my partner back, better than before." That's the moment it all clicks for me, and that's why I do what I do.
Since 2011, Revive Men's Health has helped more than 120,000 men regain their energy and drive. Start your story today with an in-clinic visit or a secure video appointment. Call 916-619-3000 now to book your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation. That's 916-619-3000. Or schedule anytime at revivemenshealth.com.
Kohl's Friends and Family Sale is so good, you'll want to put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Yep, the only thing you're picking up is deals. Now through Sunday, take an extra 20% off all your fall favorites. From soft throws to slow cookers, warm flannels to cozy cardigans. Plus, earn $10 Kohl's cash for every $50 spent. So go ahead, let those notifications wait, because these prices won't. Select styles, some exclusions apply. 20% offer ends October 5th. See store or Kohls.com for details.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy place every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
The deals are on now at the model year-end sales event at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save on year-end models and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Black, and I hadn't seen the pants. Thanks, Jay. And they got a red stripe? No socks. It doesn't look like...
Niners by 50 tonight.
Yeah. Right? What do you think of that look, Jay?
Got that Joker look.
Yeah.
He had the all red version on week 2 when he started.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, the all red one.
Okay.
All right.
Got a little Joker cut suit.
He's locked in.
You look good. You play good.
Locked in.
Mm-hmm.
Do they need him to win the game tonight, you think?
Absolutely.
Like need him to be the reason, or can the Niners rely on the defense? Like what's the how does this game need to play out for a Niners victory?
Yeah, they need him to have a big night. Somebody's gotta,
right?
You know.
Okay. So not a 14-6 game or something like that. Not a 13-9. Niners win tonight. Need that offense to actually produce? Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
All
That'd be great.
All right, just trying to see, what's the path to a victory here?
Right.
W's a W, Drake.
Right. How they going to get it done, Jay?
It ain't going to be high scoring.
Okay. All right.
49ers defense is better than I think a lot of people are giving credit for right now.
You're not worried about last week? The inability to get to the...
Yeah.
Well, I think
the quarterback must go down.
That's the big issue with their defense right now. About that. But beyond that, which talked about people playing CJ West, not playing yet again, somebody they drafted. I'd be interested to see how they score. For me, the 49ers.
Yeah,
because their wide receiver core is just damaged.
They're not running the ball, and they're having problems in the red zone, which relates to their inability to run the ball. By the way, here's some more information on Adrian Martinez, who is active tonight. I believe he's the backup quarterback, as you said, Jay and Drapes, 2018, 19, 20, 21. Played at Nebraska. Played then in 2022 at Kansas State. He was signed by the Lions as an undrafted free agent in May of 23. December of 23, signed by the Birmingham Stallions of the UFL.
Yeah.
He was named to the 2024 All-UFL team on June 5th, 2024, and the league MVP on June 10th. This is a most valuable player.
Parlayed that into a spot on the Niners. Huh?
Yes. Then he was with the Jets, signed with the Jets July of 2024, waived in August, re-signed to the practice squad, blah, blah, blah. And then August 27th, 2025, signed with the 49ers practice squad.
Okay. Now, active roster.
Mm-hmm. It is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of an atypical path for a Kyle Shanahan backup, I would say.
Yeah. I'm just looking at his,
He'll be great. He'll play so well. We'll have another quarterback controversy tomorrow. Not Mac Jones or Brock Purdy.
How about
Adrian,
this?
Yeah.
How about he just doesn't play?
We just
I
don't
mean,
see
Mac
him.
Jones, right? I mean, we're giving a lot of play to a backup quarterback that hopefully he doesn't play.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Let's
curious
go.
myself. Normally you know something about the backup quarterback. I knew
know
very
anything,
little,
yeah.
about him, but he was an MVP. Now, Jay, here's a league that I think you would be excited about.
Oh yeah.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell said today, in London, getting ready for they got
I don't know who it is. Yeah.
that a flag football league will be in place within the next couple of years, which would put its launch ahead of the 2028 Summer Games and Olympics.
Uh-oh.
That's where flag football is going to make its debut. Quote, "We're committed to creating a women's professional league and a men's professional flag league. We've had a great deal of interest in that. I expect that we'll be able to do that, launch that in the next couple of years." Roger Goodell.
Mm-mm.
You excited?
I don't know.
I thought you were a flag. I guess I'm wrong. I thought you were excited. You're excited about NFL players playing
Yes.
flag.
Yeah. That's what he says. There is
Who's going to be playing in this league?
right.
Whitey?
NFL players.
Rajon
I know.
Rondo.
Right?
TC's playing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. He says, the demand is there. We're seeing colleges in the states and universities internationally also that want to make it a part of their program. If you set that structure up where there's youth leagues going into high school, into college, then professional, I think you can develop a system of scale. That's an important infrastructure that we need to create, end quote. To me, the NFL is looking at the possibility that football might go away someday.
Yeah. A pivot, if you will.
And at least now
10,
they're trying
20,
to
30
prepare
years
or maybe, if lawsuits mount to the point something catastrophic happens where football, as we know it, is endangered, I think the NFL would like to have, all right, well, how about flag? Or we'll make it a hybrid of flag football.
Yeah.
And also they get more people can play flag football than actual football.
Well, but that's the thing I think what is working against the NFL, if you ask me. Because to me, flag football in this form sounds to me just like a bunch of friends hanging out on a Saturday afternoon, nothing to do, just playing at the local park.
That is the worst thing, in my opinion, about getting old. There's a lot of things about getting old.
Yeah.
They're like, the worst thing is your friends don't want to play flag football anymore.
Right, I miss that. I miss football.
It's so much fun.
On a Saturday
You say it now,
or
like,
Sunday
what's
morning
wrong with
before
you?
That's what we used to do back in the day too.
Yes.
Before the games and
It's
stuff.
so
We
much
go,
fun.
oh man. But it's like, are these going to be household names? Who's going to be the Patrick Mahomes of flag football? Come on, man.
Rajon Rondo.
Right. He already got a name though, Jay. That's what I'm saying. Is there some third grader right now who's going to be getting recruited and
when are you going to play? Are you going to be opposite the UFL? Would people then have to choose between NFL sanctioned flag and actual tackle football? I don't know.
And I don't think it's made for we see it. Didn't the NFL go with flag football for the Pro Bowl?
Yes.
Yeah.
How'd that work out? And
I
these are
don't know.
the best of the best players. These are the best football players in the world.
Yeah.
And nobody cared.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to watch flag football? Nah, it ain't happening.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about the way football is played now with the pads, the helmets, that draws people in. The violent collisions, if you will.
Well, I think that's part of this. I agree with you 100%. Not everybody can play football. Not everyone should play football.
Right.
But everyone can play flag football. Any sport wants, just from a business standpoint, we want people playing baseball. We want people playing basketball. We develop future fans that way. Football, I think maybe it's decreased in the last few years. I could be wrong, but you're seeing schools just do away with football for a lot of reasons. It's expensive too.
Right.
But you get those schools saying, all right, well, we'll have a flag football program. It's good for business in the long run for the NFL, I think. Even though I know right now it's like they're not hurting, but they are taking the long view.
And so you see a day where our current iteration of football will be replaced by flag football? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's pretty drastic.
Right.
Yeah, but I could see in some, especially in schools, that flag football will take the place where maybe, they used to have football programs. And then we'll see if this game catches on. It's also possible internationally, our brand of football may never be popular in other countries.
Right.
But flag football, maybe.
But here's the thing, though. When I look at an NFL fan base, the draw is almost, the barbaric nature of it is the draw. I mean, I can't see people dressed up in Raiders gear with the spikes and everything like that for a flag football game. I don't know.
Well, soccer's not really that violent. People go pretty crazy about violent.
No, but it is violent to an extent, but it's different, man. Like when you have the original and then you create a softer version of it, it's like,
no, I can't disagree
know.
with that.
Yeah.
I just think they're trying to cover their behinds. But I'll say this, 2011, 2012, when we had, the concussion movie and everything, tell the truth, and all the lawsuits, I thought, ooh, the league's in trouble. They're fine.
They're fine.
They're
right.
not really hurting.
You know what's interesting about youth football now, and I don't know how many other programs do this, maybe Jay's school or something, but at Vista Del Lago in Folsom, every player is wearing the Guardian helmet. Like, that is a school mandate. Freshman football, JV.
That's smart.
And varsity. Whereas the youth leagues, some players have it, some don't, but they mandate it. We're all wearing the Guardian helmet.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
I thought that
makes
was
sense.
interesting. Yeah, it does.
It would make sense if every NFL player wore it, but I
Right,
understand
it
why
would.
they don't want to.
I actually think they look pretty cool.
I think they look goofy.
See, that's
but I
like goofy though. That's I like different. I'm like
with the canvas thing.
Yeah,
over
when he got that,
I
I'm like,
get it.
okay,
I would wear
see
one,
it.
but it's like. Remember the Flintstones, the Great Gazoo? I don't know
Oh
if you
yeah.
read that.
The Great Kazoo, yes. Oh, that was one of my favorite characters. I love when Kazoo was on there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you how the 49ers can beat the Rams tonight when we come back and wrap things up on Sactown Sports.
Visit SactownSports.com and join the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
Designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
Windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Febreze. It's a classic odor tale. You fried fish for dinner, cleaned up, but the smell is still in the house. And the neighbors are coming over for game night. They're on their way. And then you spray Febreze Air Mist. Febreze Air starts working instantly to fight even your toughest odors, so you go from fish to fresh like that. Now all you have to worry about is Pam cheating at charades. Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed. which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When your reputation's on the line, you don't leave anything to chance, especially your primer. Painters trust Kills primers for a smooth start, strong adhesion, and serious stain-blocking power. And now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same-day or next-day delivery, or order online and pick up in-store. Kills primers. Pro results, faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
Hey man, gaining weight, low energy, lost drive? It could be your testosterone. Revive Men's Health Sacramento helps men get their edge back. Meet Tyler, Revive Men's Health Director of Operations.
When men start treatment, it's not just their labs that change. You see it in their posture, their energy, and how they walk into the room. That's why I do what I do.
Call 916-619-3000 now to book your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation. That's 916-619-3000 or schedule anytime at ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. There is no better duo. Nope. Never.
It's the Drive Guys.
Right here on Sactown Sports.
Yeah, we take you up to pregame coverage of the 49ers and the Rams. One quick note before we get back to that game. We were just talking about Roger Goodell and flag football. The NFL has pushed for flag football to become a girls' varsity sport in high schools in all 50 states.
See, now that's the NFL. That's a money grab for the NFL because they're looking to capitalize on maybe a women's league. I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah.
It's
So
big here in Cali, man.
Yeah.
Pretty big here in Sacramento.
Mm-hmm. About a men's professional league and a women's professional flag football league. That's Roger Goodell's plan. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I thought Jay would be more excited about that. He's just excited about NFL players playing in the Olympics.
That's what he wants to see. Exactly. Yeah, it's but if you start this league, do NFL's players, will they get that opportunity? Is there tryouts? Is it you got to go to the flag football Olympic training facility? And
is T.O. going to play in it?
Right, T.O. come on out.
Is Sacramento going to get a team?
Right. Well, Justin on the text line, 916-339-1140 says, nobody wants to see flag football. Trust me, he says.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're taking Justin wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be checking.
No, I know. I understand that. I'm not like, ooh, I want to see that. But
yeah, just I could see it doing a women's league though.
Mm-hmm.
I could see offering that alternative.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, and we've seen sports grow in popularity by leaps and bounds after being shown and played in the Olympics. So I think they're hoping, maybe women's soccer, for example. There's women's soccer leagues, and I think they existed before that, but they sprung up after the women won the World Cup. Yeah, so the league is hoping, flag football being hugely popular around the globe, and we'll capitalize on it.
Is breakdancing still in the Olympics? Anybody know? Hopefully they got rid of that. Like, that was
I don't know.
abomination.
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Okay, all right. Something to keep. We're still a couple of years away. Something to keep an eye on.
Speaking of an abomination, this will not be an abomination tonight. the 49ers going to go out and compete against the Rams. Sure, you're down a couple receivers and you're down your best defensive end, quarterback, starting quarterback's not playing, best tight end's not playing. Yeah. But in a short week, anything can happen and usually does in the National Football League.
Might be a trap game. Rams got Ravens next week.
There you go.
Maybe they're looking ahead to the Ravens.
I guarantee they are.
Right. Niners have become the trap gamers now. It's I think they'll show a lot tonight, man. I think watching our boy Mac Jones walk in the way he did, I just think
that made an impression on you.
It did. He looked like he was ready for business. But man, 60 minutes might be nice first half or something like that. Then the cream will rise to the top.
You know, we just we're talking about flag football. I mentioned TC.
Our guy.
I wonder what he thinks of the 49ers' chances tonight. Wonder no more. It's time for Check It with TC. What's up, TC? The floor is yours.
Yes, sir. Hey, Whitey, Drake, Jay, my boys, Mike Check. Hey, y'all got me clear?
Got you, baby. Got you. What's up?
Hey, listen, let's talk about the flag football. So I got to disagree with that text, man. Flag football is where it's, well, not where it's at, but if you're a football player, listen, you want to see that, especially my daughter's going to play that when she get bigger, bro. Like, flag football is dope, dog, and that ain't just because I be messing around with it, right? Shout out to the homie Javi, man, and shout out to the Sactown Ballers.
Yeah.
But look, man, check it out, bro. Flag football is fun, bro. When you sit down and watch it, especially when you inside the game. That's probably coming from people that don't really play it. When you actually playing it, it's fun. At the end of the day, bro, it's football. And when you seeing the girls out there competing and getting after it, bro, to me, that's fun. Not even like it's fun, bro. Yeah. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go too much into it. As far as the Niners, bro, if they win, they win, right? I'm not going to talk about the score. I ain't going to talk about none of that, right? It's about if Mac Jones going to stand up, and I think he going to stand up. Y'all going to see what I'm talking about sooner or later. And I'm not even a big Mac Jones fan. If y'all, Whitey and Drake, if y'all go back to that draft, the Lance draft, then nobody want Mac, and I was one of them. I used to call every day on his ear. But I'm telling you, bro, they the same quarterback, bro. He just ain't throwing them interceptions like Brock Purdy. And that's going to go a long way, big homie. As far as the Kings, I'm going to stand on that, bro. Doug and Perry, I was telling Jay before I got on, Doug and Perry, Scott Perry, got these dudes in line. And what I mean in line, he got enough of brotherhood, but it ain't no BS. If you're going to be here, you're going to be here. You're going to run, and you're going to be in good condition. And we're going to weed the ones that don't want to be here, that don't want to practice, that don't want to run, that don't want to play defense. We're going to find a home for you. And I love that from Scott Perry. It's early. Him and Doug is neck to neck, bro, and they see eye to eye. Shout out to B.J. Armstrong, Leandro, the whole coaching staff. It's a new regime, bro, out here at Sacramento Kings fans. Y'all get ready. Y'all thought it was exciting with Bean Team, when Mike got here. Bro, listen, this year is going to be super fun. Woo. I know I'm excited. I'm going to stand on that, Drake. I told y'all before, 52 games, 52 wins this year, y'all.
Dang, TC. That's the highest total I've heard from anybody.
Dog mentality by Doug Christie and the coaching staff. That alone is going to get you 52, bro. They ready, man. We're going to be a gritty team this year.
Love it.
TC.
Love it.
Thanks. Yeah.
Love it.
He said a lot of things to chew on there, talking about the accountability. Scott Perry, that's one of the first things he mentioned when he did his first media conference, accountability. And I remember wondering, why is that such a big deal? Who was not accountable last year? Domas, I know, was played today on Allen's show. I don't know if it was from yesterday or when it was from, but he was talking about, again, the accountability. It's interesting. In my opinion, that's kind of directed at De'Aaron last year. Because I was trying to think, who wasn't accountable? Mike Brown was a coach. I know that they sent him on his way, but he was accountable. He was the coach. The players, were they accountable? I don't know. I think maybe that's a reference to just De'Aaron not being all the way in. That's just my guess. But it seems like whatever it is, whatever the reasoning, the players are responding to, the veterans are responding to that notion so far.
Yeah, so far. And, accountability is one thing for the coach to hold the players accountable. What Scott Perry is talking about is individual accountability. And you may be on to something, And when things are going bad, it's, I'm doing my job, Could there have been some of that last year, maybe, what people may be alluding to. So, I want to, one of the things when I talk to Mike Bibby, and I'm sure you guys have heard this, reason he loved playing with Chris Webber so much and why Chris Webber was such a great leader is that Webb would be the first one, according to Mike Bibby, that would raise his hand and say, my bad, guys. I messed up. I got to be better. And if your best player is doing that, it sort of trickles down. So, we'll see if that continues for the Kings.
Yeah, speaking of the dog mentality, reminded me again of the conversation we had with Herr Schroeder, Dennis Schroeder. And Anthony was just telling us that once it was on our website, did really well. A lot of people viewed it. A lot of people from Germany, apparently.
Really?
And I wonder if that's because I was speaking German. Duh. Yeah, so anyway.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, we got an international flavor here on this show, though. You know that.
I guess he's something of a legend there, especially the way he just played in Eurobasket, huh?
Oh, yeah. He is the man out there.
Yeah.
He is, when you look at his international career, all he's missing is an Olympic gold medal. He's won Eurobasket, won the FIBA World Cup, which is massive out there, and he's been the star, the MVP. So, yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, you were at practice today. I know you shared a little of that earlier. Anybody who's just joining us, what's your biggest takeaway from Kings practice today?
Biggest takeaway today?
Feel or anything? Or
the attention to the defensive end competitively, like guys going at it, picking up 94 feet. I saw some of that, the stressing of being physical with your opponent, touching them up, that I noticed that real quick on the Dennis Schroeder. I'm on our YouTube page, Sactown Sports 1140. Media day interviews, Devin Carter, close to 1,000, Neek a little over 1,000, Max over 1,000, Dennis Schroeder 10,000. So in relation to the other guys, Schroeder is moving the needle. Think about it, too, Kings fans. We got a whole nother country now pulling for us in Germany. So that Kings fan base is growing.
Speaking of players from other countries, I couldn't believe this. I saw this today before the show started. Somebody gave Cooper Flagg some basketball cards from the year he was born, which would have been, I think, 2006, whatever, something like that. So he's opening them and going through the players, and he had Hito Turkoglu, and he's like, I don't know who that is. Come on.
Damn.
Come on.
These young cats, they don't, yeah. He don't know who Hito is. Huh?
Hito was a good player.
He was a good player. But hell, Cooper Flagg was born in, 03, 04, 05, something like that? So, damn, these kids. Like, you could argue these kids
I know who George
don't,
Mikan is. I never saw him play.
But we were interested in the elders. I don't know if these kids care about the history of the game as much anymore.
Speaking of the defensive end, the 49ers will be focused on the defensive end tonight. The defensive end. Here you go, Drapes. The Rams' offensive line has struggled in protecting Matt Stafford, and they could be without their starting right tackle, Robert Heavenstein, tonight. He's doubtful with an ankle injury. Rams' offensive line allowed 25 pressures to the Colts. And I know the 49ers did not get to the quarterback last week, but there you go. That's how you beat the Rams. It starts up front.
Something got to give, right?
Yeah.
Something got to give. Get some pressure on that QB and sow some doubt in the Rams' mind. Get Stafford seeing ghosts out there. You got a chance.
Eddie Pinheiro knocking down at least 3 field goals. Get that running game going, and we'll be talking about a victory tomorrow if all those things and more things happen.
Trap game for the Rams. They're looking ahead. They're looking ahead to Baltimore next week. And so, we got about an hour till kickoff. You can hear it right here. I'm looking forward to this one, man. I'm going to be tuning in. I want to see what my boy Mac Jones does.
You think it's going to be a very one-sided game.
I really do.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
I think these two teams, as presently constructed right now, are on different different planets. Rams are up here. Niners are in the struggling round. I didn't want to put them in the Carolina Panther round. Like, they're not that bad.
It's going to be a lot of 49er fans there tonight. There always are. It's SoFi.
Waste of money. Jay wouldn't even go to that game.
See if he'll take. He's not even taking the bait.
He ain't taking it. He's like, dude, we got 30 seconds left. I'm ready to get out of here.
We're back with you tomorrow. Enjoy the Rams and the 49ers coming up next on Sactown Sports.